All right, 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 all right. Everybody, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Rolling Out New Music Friday. I'm Rashad Milligan, as always, and today we are joined by a very, very special guest. And you guys already know who this is, but for the sake of the formalities of the situation here, Tamela Mann is in the building. Hey, what up, Tamela? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm great. Great. Thanks for having me. Good to be back.
It's amazing to have you here and in studio.
In studio, because I've done it, but I've never done it in studio. It looks really, really nice. Thanks again.
I appreciate. Thank you. You know, I didn't pay for any of this. Shout out Munson Steve. But you know, we want to talk to you about the album that's coming out in October. By the time this comes out, this is going to be a couple weeks leading up to it. Okay. Live, breathe, and fight.
Live, breathe, and fight.
Why are you so excited about this particular album?
Live, breathe, and fight because it's talking about my journey in life, how life is life, and how the young people said now, the things that I've dealt with and been going through. And it's just a faith walk that I've been, going through and made it through. And the progression of it, it's just really been faith. And I thank God for victory, even with going through different things and different obstacles in my life. So I'm excited to be living my life like heaven is my destiny, breathing my every breath with purpose. And I'm fighting, y'all. We fight until we get the victory. So I'm really excited about Live, Breathe, and Fight. Just the title itself speaks so much about life and encouraging people, encouraging us to live on.
How has touring been the past couple of years for you guys?
Touring the last couple of years has been good for me. It's been as good as it was trying, but it's something that I love. That I really like being on the road. So for me, it was wonderful. I did the ladies tour. I can't think. It's time. It's time. I did that tour, and then we did the reunion tour with Kirk Franklin, David, myself, Todd Tribbett, Israel Holt, and the Clark sisters. That was an amazing last fall. It was so great. I think the reunion of how we were doing some new music, but yet old music was like fantastic. So I was excited to be a part of that, me and my husband. And it's just, I just think it's wonderful when we can go out as people of God to just encourage not just Christian people, but all people, all walks of life, to bring inspiration and joy.
I'll go here. 30 plus years in the industry. What has that journey been like?
What? First of all, being in it this long has been a wonderful but trying journey, because when we first started out with Kirk Franklin and the family, I was just background singing and coming from the background singing, which I really thoroughly enjoyed, because music is just my world. It's my first love. I enjoy doing it. And I'm still enjoying doing it. Even after 30 years, it's like I'm geeked and nervous when I get ready to go out on stage or a church. It don't matter wherever it is that I'm about to sing. I'm like, y'all wouldn't believe it, but I'm like, I'm shaking in my boots, but I'm like, okay, Lord, once I get over the first couple words, I'm ready. But it's really been a wonderful journey. It's been a lot of work, a lot of mental, a lot of growth, challenges, and especially with me becoming an artist, because I was heavy and I was in a place in my life where sometimes it was like you well enough to be heard but not seen. Right. So to come into this thing, and David really pushed me to become an artist. So I think that being a part of this 30-year journey has been, like I say, trying, but yet triumph at the same time. But I think that's through trial and error and learning through these years it's really a blessing. And I just want people to know that it's not easy, but it's going to take work. It's going to take work, and you're going to have to endure some things, learn some things, learn, unlearn, and relearn some things in this life. But it's really been, I wouldn't change a thing if I had to, because it's all been for our good.
It's like you said, it's just so interesting, the entire journey, because you've seen all phases of the industry, like yes, from being a backup singer to
To
you
being
know,
it being on the
and
forefront. I
right,
call it
right,
being on the
right.
forefront.
Right. But look, but to being an actress
Yes.
and then being thrown in the spotlight in that way.
Yes.
And then take me to the get a whole nother stratosphere. Like this is like,
but that's good.
you
And
know,
I didn't even talk about the acting part. I'm just thinking like music right now.
right.
But even in my marriage, I mean, you know, we've been married 36 years. So that's another part of this 30 years of in the industry. We're still together. He's still my best friend. We're still in love and we're still growing together. And the acting part, oh, well, y'all have watched me. I feel like I've bloomed. I feel like I've come out of my cocoon as Cora, and even venturing into the other stage of redoing the remake of Color Purple, which was a whole nother venture for me. Right. So we have had a lot of first things to happen together, me and David, in this 30 years. And it really has been a blessing, y'all. I mean, I ain't gonna cry, but I get sensitive because a lot of things have happened in the negative, but a lot of positive has happened for us and to us in this thing. And I really wouldn't trade a thing. I probably would have made some better decisions if I would have known some things earlier, but it still was just a part of the journey of learning, you know, when it comes to money, the finances, making decisions on even what a cover looks like when it comes to music and the album, that, you know, we've learned a lot of things. And just get ready for it. Get ready. I mean, just make your mind ready to know it's not going to be easy, but it can also be great. I think everything is what we make out of it.
Well, speaking of covers, this particular cover, you're you're in the water and you're standing up and it looks like the wind is blowing and you're singing like against the wind. Like,
yes,
so it's
because
like,
I'm living and I'm breathing and I'm fighting. That's like a fight mode. Like, I'm gonna be victorious, regardless to what it looked like, what it may feel like right now. I'm gonna live, I'm gonna breathe, and I'm gonna fight. I'm fighting for this life. I'm fighting that, you know, because I do believe all this work we've done, that heaven is my destiny, especially for us as Christians. And then you're doing this thing. Um, to me, it's about the kingdom of God. You know, faith. It's a faith walk, and we trying to win as many souls as we can for the kingdom. And I just want people to know that we can make it. I mean, we can make it. We in this life, right, but we don't have to just be of and do everything that's happening or take it on and die in it. Right. Basically, just take it and give up. If I could say it that way, we don't want to give up. We want to keep fighting.
and we appreciate y'all for like, you know, not only, you know, being great examples of people who walk in the straight and narrow and things of that sort, but like making it good and entertaining and funny and like sounding like, you know what I'm saying, just doing it in an excellence. We always appreciate that.
Well, thank you. Well, my husband keeps me laughing. So when he make y'all laugh, he's making me laugh too. So that has really been, laughter has been a big part of our relationship and our marriage and our family. You know, just keeping it real and being able to just have a good time in whatever state that we're in. Sometimes it get rough, but we still, at the end of the day, it becomes a laugh, even the things that we've experienced.
Staying along the lines of laughter, I want to ask you about fighting. You know, for the people who, you know, are watching this right now, the listeners, and they're looking for advice on how to fight. You know, some things. What is some advice that you can give them
on how to fight?
On how to fight.
How to fight, I think, is first of all that I've learned for myself is not giving in and quitting. Because a lot of times we feel like the easiest thing to do in a lot of circumstances, situations, is we feel like we can walk away because we don't like adversity. A lot of us don't like adversity. Myself, I don't, y'all. And I've learned to be a better communicator even in the fight. It's like, think about it, but then come back with a reply to why I'm fighting, why I'm saying what I'm saying to you at this moment, or this is not good for me at this time. You know, it's like a lot of times we always concerned, and I've put my concerns for everyone else, but put my feelings on the back burner. But I'm learning now through this fight, and I have learned like over this last year and a half, that I have to take care of me, some self-care, take care of myself, make sure that my mental space and my peace is good versus worrying about what everybody else is dealing with. So those are some things that I would offer to someone. Make sure that you're in a good place and for as mental to take care of the things, take care of the things that you can take care of and can change those things, but those things that you can't, you have to just let it go. But just make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Make sure that you're thinking about what that reply is going to be, versus sometimes we get so upset in those moments that we just say a lot of things without thinking, and not that we really even meant it, but it just comes out. So just think about those things. Put yourself in a better position at that time of whenever it's happening. Hopefully that can help somebody.
No, 100%. We appreciate it. If you had to give 2-3 tips staying along the same lines to a caretaker, what would those tips be?
For a caretaker? For a caretaker, a couple things I would say is make sure that you have great patience when it comes to caretaking. I experienced that with taking care of my mother because she had Alzheimer's, and that is a serious disease. It's a very sad disease to see. But I would say try to be as patient as you can, because you have to remember one day you may be old, or one day you may be even sick. You may not even be old, and someone may have to see about you. So make sure that you are doing things with some loving kindness that you would want to be shown unto you.
Thank you for that.
That's a good question. I've never been asked that.
Well, you were talking about fighting, and then you were saying sometimes you have to take care of yourself when you take care of other people. So often in my family, like a lot of my loved ones, they've recently had to deal with being in the seat of caretaker. Yeah. And I saw my mom; she was taking care of her brother, my uncle. Yes. And like then her foot started hurting, and she's like, "Son, I need you." And I had to go over there and help her, and everything. And she's like, she can't take care of her brother if she's hurting herself, and so.
You have to take care. You got to take care of you in order to take care of somebody else.
100%.
But we all have to be helpers to one another.
Yes.
And to remember that. A lot of times I think in this life that I'm seeing and facing, people are wanting to be taken care of, but they don't want to take care of nobody. They don't want to see about anybody else. I mean, it's like when it comes to that, it's like, okay, I'll come by there if I can. But if something happened to you, you want people to come to your rescue and to your aid immediately. So we just have to remember those things when you're hurting or in need. So if someone else reaches out to you, that you offer those same services that you're wanting to come to you. Do unto others as you want to be done unto you.
100%. The title of the first song is "Working for Me."
Working for Me, my new single.
And so just like, what does working for me look like to you?
Working for me looks like for me is all things work together for those who love the Lord and called according to his purpose. And I believe that all of us have a call and we have a purpose. So those are the things that I believe God is trying to shift and place us in. He has a plan for us. It's just us, almost like even for your life. He has a plan, or you have to, he asks, in Jeremiah, tells us, write the vision, make it plain. So we have to have a plan in order to follow something. But I just believe that the Lord is working for us even when we don't see him working. When we make a prayer known to him for his faith and believing for something to happen, we just have to trust and to know that God is working for us and things are turning around. It may not turn around as fast as you want it, but you have to still hold on to your faith that it is working and it is going to turn around. So working for me is knowing that it is turning, just like how the world turns real slow, but it's turning. Yeah. So you just have to believe in your life. It may be taking a little time, but it's still moving. Time is still moving. So we just have to trust that it's going to get better.
The name of the last track is Big Facts. What are 5 big facts about Tamela Mann?
5 big facts?
5 is a big number.
5 is a big number. 5 big facts. First of all, I think one of my big facts is I love hard. I am a dedicated, once I dedicate to you, I am a committed person. When I commit to something, I commit. 2, 3, I am a faith person. I believe. I have great belief in what God can do for me and has done for me. Did I already say I'm a loving person?
I think that might have been
my first one. Facts about me is
so far
I can't.
had.
My face don't lie.
You can't hide it.
No, I can't hide it.
Okay, I want to go off of that before you get. Well, no, I'll let you get number 5, and then we'll go back to number 4.
My number 5, my fifth one would be, is really honestly in these last days, 58 years old, is really being honest with myself and facing the facts about myself and decisions that I need to make for me. That I haven't always been that honest. So that is a true fact that I'm looking in the mirror to face the facts about myself. So I can be better, not just for me, but be better for the people that are around me and the people that I serve.
Did COVID ever make you kind of like do that as well, self-reflect?
I think it was more so after COVID. This 23 made me see facts about people, facts that people that you think that's gonna be in your corner. You know, one thing that we learned, and David passed it on to me, that someone told him, is that you have people in your life that are rocket boosters. They'll help you to get you. They'll help take you up, but they're not there for you to get to the moon or for you to get to where you're trying to go. And I realized that everybody's not going, and everybody are not going to understand and understand the plan, understand the vision of the ministry that I have, of the mission that me and my husband have. So those are some facts that I had to face.
Okay, so back to this number 4 thing. You can't hide anything on your face. Was there ever a time that someone was singing in front of you or singing for you, and it sounded really bad, and like you had to kind of hide the laugh?
It was a smile laugh. It was a smile laugh. Yes, that someone was singing. Yeah, but you said, what was it like?
No, I mean, like, was there ever a time, and how was that moment? Like, how did you kind of master
it? Felt awkward. It felt awkward. And I'm going to tell you one greater than that.
Yeah.
That's, hopefully no one gets offended. When people come and say they look like me. People say that we look alike. And my husband is, y'all know David. David is a comedian, and of course he's going to make something out of it. But there has been times when my face really was like, well, and I would have to fix it like, well, that's because we thick and we bright. I said, okay, I could see that part, but and then one lady I had to catch myself. Say, we do? Where? I said, where? And I know that probably wasn't nice, but you don't want to lie.
No, I heard it.
But yeah, those are some of the facts. That almost made me just start crying. That is so true.
Have people ever like well, no, I assume this happens like all the time. With just like a random girl like might approach you and just start singing like "Take Me to the King."
Oh yeah, I get people to want to sing to me.
So when it's bad, like
you just have to keep the
praise
face.
God,
I say that's wonderful. I just keep working, or I'll say keep working on it.
Yeah,
just keep working on it, because you don't want to be a crusher.
Right. Because then for the rest of their lives,
that's what they're gonna remember, that I said, and then that, so it's just like I just want to encourage you, keep working on it. I ain't saying quit, but my mama used to always say, don't quit your day job. But I've never told nobody that, but that may have been my thought.
Yeah,
but just keep working on it.
Do you ever get tired? Okay, now I want to get to like the annoying, like kind of overused questions, but just curiosity on my end. Do you ever get tired of answering questions about or performing "Take Me to the King"?
I don't get tired of singing. I mean, I don't get tired of singing. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like the song. And I don't even really say I get tired of singing it. I just try to want to add a little something to it to make it feel a little newer for me. Right. A little change, but not necessarily change, because people, once they love something, they love it. I see how people have sung, what's his name with the hair? The older dudes, y'all, it's like oh God, I can't think his name, with all the hair. Gray, and he had the dreads, but it's like
Bob Marley.
Not Bob Marley, the other Frankie Beverly and them. I see how people, and they don't get tired of it, and they singing it the same way.
Yeah,
and it's like I don't care. It's like they get to that as soon as the music starts at the top of one of them. It's like it's it.
Right.
And that's even with Take Me to the King, I've noticed. It's like once they hear that, I just like, but it's such a blessing to have people to follow you, to sing the music, and the music to be a blessing. And what I love most about it is singing it, but to hear the testimonials of how people have said the songs have helped them and blessed them and helped them even walk through maybe a trying or a sad time, to even for someone to transition and they played it. And it's, to me, it's, as a vessel, it feels good to hear that it's helping someone.
What was that entire studio session like?
Take Me to the King. That was a hard one for me because, y'all, every single time that I'm working on a project, well, actually, it started with Best Days, which Take Me to the King is on. I had problems with my vision where I couldn't drive. I was wearing 2 pair of glasses. Like I had my prescription glasses on and I had readers on top of them, where it's like my vision. So when I was reading and doing the song, because Kirk Franklin wrote and produced the song in the studio, it was a rough one. So it wasn't like it was such a joyous occasion, but I think what I was dealing with helped me translate the song, that whatever, glory to God, whatever issue or problem that I'm dealing with or facing, that I can take it to the King. Wow. It's not necessarily, I want people not just to think of you passing on and dying.
Yeah.
But your situation that you're in, you can actually take those problems, casting your cares on him.
Back to the scripture. I want to ask you, let me see. Okay. All right. October. Release. It's still October. Release
October
date?
11th. October 11th.
October 11th. Let's see. I think
pre-ordering, we're going to start like September 26th.
Okay.
Pre-order.
Okay. Is there anything else about this particular project that you like the people to know about?
I just really want people to be encouraged that we can live. That it's this song, this album is about living. It's about winning, that we can overcome. It's to me, it's a power move in this whole project. And it's very encouraging to talking about. One of the songs is Carry On, that whatever it is, hardships, hang-ups, whatever position or obstacle that you're facing, we still have to carry on. Even when going through the pain and the hurt, we have to move forward. Big facts, we talked about it earlier. We got to look in the mirror, face the facts about you. A lot of times we want other people to change when really the change needs to begin in you. And when we're saying you deserve to win, it's one of the songs that you do. After all the heck that you've been through and problems, and just sometimes it could be good, but then there's so many obstacles that are not so good, but you still deserve to win. Don't you feel like you deserve to win after what you've dealt with and working through? We do. And it's like the decision making. It's like, man, I've worked all these years. I deserve to come up, as the kids would say. You deserve to have some good things. It don't, the Lord wouldn't have it that he have to prosper. Our souls prosper, mentally and physically. Okay, another song that I would say, Power, is we're talking about the power of God. And we have to remember, old school roots. Y'all, we got to get back to going to God about things. Not necessarily to your friends, to your mom and daddy, granny. We got to go to God for ourselves, that he is the source. He is our power. He's our strength. So we're just talking about the power of God. It's just really, to me, like a rejuvenation of like, I'm living to live again. Even in this earth. Amen. Hand on me. Yes, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Because the Lord, I believe the hand of the Lord is on me. So I'm just naming out songs that I feel like when people walk away, I want them to feel like they can feel like an overcomer, that they have a purpose and a call, because the Lord is working for you.
Would you like to give us a hook, a verse, or anything like that? A little sample of this album.
I must do his will. Daytime's now, but night time's coming, slow and weak, but still, until the end, I'll keep on running. Only blinded eyes can see all that he has done for me. On his promises I'll stand. I will live my life like a blind man. So we're talking about faith walking here. You can't see it, but you still believe it. He's working for me.
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. No. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. I don't know. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Yes, he's working for me. Do you believe it? He's working for me. When you don't believe it, he's working for you. When you don't see it, he's working for you. He's working for me. All right. God bless you. He's working for you and me. Working for me. I'm through.
I had to let it breathe. Tamela Mann, that was amazing. I appreciate it so much. The sensational Tamela Mann. Everybody, make sure you get the new album, Live, Breathe, Fight, October 11th on all streaming platforms. Where can the people keep up with you on social media?
You can follow us at David and Tamela for Instagram. And y'all know me and David do it all together. That's for Facebook, David and Tamela Mann. And you can check out Man TV. Two guys on YouTube. I got the cooking show. I have that we have on there, and we have a lot of other shows y'all can check out that's on Man TV on YouTube. Make sure you go see the new videos and all of that good thing. You can follow us on everything. And also go to tamelamann.com for Tamela Mann's my new shapewear, guys. It's out. Come on, ladies. There you go. So we got a lot of things going on, but you can follow us at David and Tamela Mann.
Tamela Mann, we appreciate the time so much. Thank you. Make sure you guys check out all of the things that she just mentioned. And as always, for New Music Friday and rolling out, I'm Rashad Milligan. Until next time, please take care of yourselves.